Good morning and greetings and salutations to all. I was thinking real seriously about cleaning today, but then I thought, well, but first I'll play. That's what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to do a Zentangle. Now here, the one I want to do today is called the Puffle. Puffle. See that? How cool that looks, the Puffle? Yeah, that's the one we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to now, this is my mouse pad. It's being lobster on the mouse pad, and my friend Bonnie had that made for me. But anyway, now we'll go. I'm going to, this is how this is going to go. We're going to start, okay, let's go this way. We're going to go, you're going to make sort of like a heart shape. And wait a minute, I should have had this over here. Okay, and then a heart shape, and be sure and touch the heart above. And then a heart shape, go down, touch that heart below, another heart shape, touch that heart above, another heart shape, touch that heart below, and another heart, and I run out of paper. Okay, so that is my beginning. Put little curly cues on there just for funsies. All right, now this is how we do this puffle. The designer is Sandy Hunter. She's a certified Zentangle instructor over there in Texas. Now, we're going to use this puffle. Now, P-U-F-F-L-E. And by the way, this is a Learn With Me series. So I ain't teaching you a flipping thing. You just learn along with me because I'm just learning this. Okay, so now what we're going to do, the next step, each one of these hearts, you're going to do this way. You start down there at that tip of the heart and follow the line up here. And when you get to the bottom of it, go all the way down. See that way? And then do that again up to the other side of the heart. See that way? And do that on each one of the heart shapes. Do that on each one. And see, your heart shapes are most likely not all going to be exactly the same shape of a heart. So, but that's just fine because that gives it even more beauty. See, get all the way down and then go back up and then all the way down. Okay? Then it's easier to turn your paper and do the same thing on these other hearts. Okay? See, this is how we do this. This is exactly how we do this. Okay? And see, you're making that separator kind of line down the center. Some of them I don't have exactly the same, you know, and this one is kind of, they're different. Okay, anyway. So anyway, then what you want to do is you want to continue to make these aura lines or echo lines or whatever inside, but always start at the bottom of the heart, at the bottom tip of the heart, and go up and just echo that in and go back to the bottom. Okay, now you can do that way on all of them, or you can just finish one at a time and then just keep going till you're done. But always start at the bottom. Get your line inside. You're instead of outlining, you're inlining the whole thing, and you keep going that way until you run out of space. So some might have more inlines than the others. But make sure, do you see how my line is darker here, heavier down here? Because yep, that's what you want. You want that line to be heavy right down that center. And so that's why you always start, now see I'm doing the second hump of the heart, but always start your line down here at the bottom. End it at the bottom. Then the next one starts still at the bottom and end it at the bottom. Start still at the bottom, end it at the bottom. See, even though I'm just kind of crossing over what I already put there, but that gives that heavy weight on that line. Excuse me, good grief. Get me a drink of water. I've been doing more coughing lately. I don't know. I got quit smoking them pipes, cigarettes, cigarillos. And I don't really smoke anything. Okay, and so that I'm going to do this with each one of these half hearts. And I'm going to see each one I am getting a little bit smaller, but continuing to go all the way to the point of the bottom point of the heart shape thing, doohickey. So what are y'all doing anyway? Sitting around counting votes, are you? Man, this is getting ugly over here in the United States of America. I'm telling you. But you can tell, boy, half of the people are going to be real happy, and half of the people are not going to be real happy. Because that's just about how it's coming. It is half and half. Half and half. I don't know. I voted for Mickey Mouse, and doesn't look like Mickey Mouse got any votes at all. So I'm not happy. I want Mickey Mouse. I want Mickey Mouse. Yeah. Donald Duck. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, they're still counting votes. They're still counting votes. It's funny because there is so many funny memes up nowadays. And we shouldn't be making fun, I know. But we can't just sit here and go into a depression or whatever. So go ahead and read the jokes. It makes you laugh for a minute anyway. And then start doing some doodling. Turn off the TV. Well, I haven't had my TV on, but I have been looking at some videos just to get caught up with what's going on. But it's pretty much the same on every channel, and it's the same stuff on every day. So I decided it might be better to just doodle and make a puffle. So I'm doing the puffle, but you see how I'm going just inside the line but remembering to go all the way down. Okay, that one didn't need to be there. Okay, just remembering to go all the way down to the point so that I got that dark heavy line where you keep going over. Now see, look at that. That is a puffle. A puffle. Puffle, 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 puffle. Look at this. Do you see how that looks? Is that beautiful or what? I love it. Now let me show you in the book here. See, that's how it looks here in their finished image in the book. By the way, we're on page 115. And here, look, they did it the same thing, but did it in a circular shape. That is pretty. And here, they did it here's how it shows you a little example of doing something else with it. And they made like, it almost looks like a rope. And that is pretty. That is very pretty. And I think to do that, all you would do is just keep making your hearts, but just keep going around in a little circular. Just get it all over your paper. I'm going to try that in a little while. Not right this very minute, though. Now, I want to show you what I did here. Now, look at this one. I did this one earlier. Well, I did this one, and I shaded that one with just pencil. Just with graphite, I shaded that one. And I put some little bubbles up here in each one of those things there, the little bubbles. And that looks good. I like that. Then this one, I said, "Ooh, well, I wonder what happens if I do it, put some color in there." And I like the way that color went. Now, the way I did the color is if you have chalk, which Jeffrey bought me these chalks for Christmas, actually a couple Christmases ago. And these were bought at Five Below. So, and there is a lot of colors in here. And I think if you do anything with chalk, you don't need anything fancy because chalk is chalk. You can buy real expensive chalk or you can buy not very expensive chalk. And then I use a Q-tip. This is a very good tool here, a Q-tip. So then what I did was I just rub the Q-tip on the chalk of whatever color I want to do, and then I just kind of shade it, just using, going at the bottom of the heart, just using the chalk. And I think that shades it pretty. Just puts that little bit of color in there and using that chalk. And then let's go with this green. And like I say, this here collection was bought at Five Below, and this is good chalk. There is nothing wrong with this chalk. You can buy expensive chalk, but I don't see where it's any better. Now, that's my own humble opinion, though. So, my opinion might not match other people's opinion. But see, you get your color on there. What more do you want? See there? So I did that red one, then I did the green one, and then I have my blue. Let's do the blue. Let's get some blue here. Ooh, let's go up here to this more like a what do you call that? Like a teal. Boy, I am getting bad with my words. My words are getting bad. Let me see. Let me get this one here for the orange. Do I want orange? Yes, I do. I want this here orange. This here orange, just rub that, get that on your Q-tip. And now I have also seen where some people, for chalk, instead of chalk, they have at the Dollar Tree, I ain't kidding you, they find like the powdered eyeshadow, like the eyeshadow stuff, cakey stuff, and they use eyeshadow. Works just as well. It works just as good. Okay, let's see. I want yellow. Do I want yellow? Yeah, I want yellow here. I want a little yellow fella. And so, I'm putting this yellow here. That yellow's not showing up. Let me try this yellow. Or is that the yellow I just tried? I don't know. Let's get a little bit of both of yellow. So let's get this yellow too. We don't want nobody left out. Ooh, yeah, pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then, oh, how can I forget my favorite color? Let me see. I think I already, yep, I have a purple. I have a purple Q-tip here already. And Q-tips, you can get them cheap at the Dollar Tree too. They cost $1 at the Dollar Tree. Okay. And so there. So, You do not need expensive. Oh, I was going to put that under the light thinking you could see it. See there how pretty that is? I think that's very pretty with those colors. Now what I did, what I also then did was, let me put my lid on here. Let me put my lid on my chalk. Put my lid on there. I have some more chalk too that I found at the thrift shop. I found that I think people buy chalk and then they don't know what to do with it and then they give it to the thrift shop. Okay, so now I'm going to get my collection here of Sharpies. And yes, I do have a lot. I know because I'm spoiled rotten brat. And I think I'm okay with being a spoiled rotten brat. Okay, and so then I get, now this one here I started with red, so I'm going to get me a red Sharpie. And I'm going to go with my little dots. I just like dots. I call these die-dye dots. Die-dye dots. Not sure why I call them die-dye dots, but I do. Now, and I went all the way around that red one with those die-dye dots. Okay, so then the next one is green. So I'm going to take a green one, and I'm just going to go over these, around these little humps of my green one with my green Sharpie. I just love Sharpies. I love to color in coloring books with them. I use a lot of them. Now this one's like a teal. Okay, I think this is like a teal here. So I'm going to go around this top of the heart part. See, when you start doing like this, then you've got Zentangle inspired art, ZIA, which this is pretty. And I do like color. I really do. And then this was an orange, so I'll get this one. And I will make my dots. I think this is pretty. I like this. I do like this. And we need stuff that we like in our lives these days. Especially while we're waiting for them countings to get done. Now, I know it. If you just sit there and watch the news 24/7, waiting for them to get count. That's why you gotta pay attention when you're in kindergarten. You gotta pay attention because you do have to know how to count. Or if you watch Sesame Street, you know, they got the count on Sesame Street, you know. And that's the importance of counting. You got to learn because you never know when you might get a job counting ballots. Okay, here we go. And I'm not making fun. Oh, yes, I am. It's just a fact of life. It's just a fact of life. Now, what do you think about, I like these stuffed tanners. They're made by Stampendous, and they're called stuffed tanners. And I got these one time very cheaply. They've got different thicknesses of them. They got them very thin and very thick. This is the thicker one. But I got these from, what's it called? Blitzy? I think. Now I can't remember. I don't know because I haven't shopped with them for 100 years. But now, so I got them like cheaply, but I love them. Now, do you see how that looks? With the color in them, and then by putting the little, you can't hardly see the yellow dots on there, but you could do like rainbow effects on them or anything. So you can take this puffle and then you can play around with it, color it up, do anything with this and make it absolutely beautiful. You might want to, you could maybe even do like just the outside rim or whatever you call it, the outside, and you can, the outside row or band or whatever we want to call that thing, and maybe just do some orbs in there. Just get some orbs just in the outside one. And then that is pretty too. And then I'm thinking as I'm doing this and then what if you were to go inside them orbs and put the coordinating dots in there, like little die dots. See that? I kind of like that. I kind of do like that. That's another something to do. And then as you are actually putting those echo lines inside of your heart, you can, and if you know you're going to want to do this kind of thing, when, you know, as a extra, then you can oops, see, this one is real close. Then you can intentionally leave space in between that very first heart shape of the puffle. And so that is what these Zentangles are all about. Is you see, you get the main gist of the tangle, and a lot of these tangles you can just tangle more. You put your spin on it, and that is not making it wrong. In fact, because I do watch the creators of Zentangle, they put up their own videos, they've got their own channel, and they even tell you that it is just a beginning, just a start, each one of the tangles, and they encourage you to go further with it and make it your own. It just because you learn a Zentangle the way Maria and now that guy, I can't think of his name, the way they do them, that is not the only way. Those are basically ideas. And so, but there are so many that you can, you start them out like they show, whoever the creator of the tangle shows, and then you put your own spin on it, your own spin, and you get that thing going, and you are going to end up with such an art piece when you're finished, and it's going to be all yours. It's going to be all your art piece. And so now see, I could have just even on these I'm going to try that later too. I could have used my Sharpies to make those little circles in there. I could have done that. So that's another little idea. And Sharpies they're good. Those are some good markers, And I've got some more good ones too. I was just sent by Artesia some of their, what they call twine markers, TWI markers. And they're nice. Oh, those are really nice, because I think they got a double point on them. One is real fine and one is fine. And but I think the small point is even finer than the Sharpie. So I haven't played with them a whole lot, but I've played with them enough to know that I absolutely love them. I showed a couple ideas. I showed them off already on a video or two. But see, I could just sit here and just go to town with these. But because I like color, I like to add color to them. And some do just the black and white, and that's fine, because black and white looks very rich and very, very something. But look at that. I think that's beautiful. And that's called the Puffle. That is called the Puffle. Now I'm going to upload this video so that you all can see and find something new to do. But I'm going to first read you some heart thoughts. What does this says? Healing atmosphere. See, it always gives you a little up here thing. And this says, I'm a magnet for miracles. I like to just open the book and read what I open it to, because usually it opens right up to something I just need to read. Okay, this ease often breeds in feelings of unforgiveness. Forgiving others and releasing resentment can help create an atmosphere of healing and even dissolve diseases such as cancer. Unknown and unexpected good is coming my way this day. I am far more than rules and regulations, restrictions and limitations. I change my consciousness, forgive those I need to forgive, and healing miracles occur. Within every medical establishment, there are practitioners who are enlightened and on a spiritual pathway. I now attract these people to me wherever I am. My mental atmosphere of love, acceptance, and forgiveness is a magnet for small miracles every moment of the day. Wherever I am, there is a healing atmosphere, and it blesses and brings peace to me and to all those around me. So as I was reading this, a thought came to mind about forgiveness. Now, sometimes I have been like, what word would I use that doesn't sound bad? My feelings have been hurt by something that somebody did not mean to hurt my feelings. Does that make sense? Somebody might have said something or did something not meaning to hurt me, but for some reason, at the moment of my tender heart, I got my feelings hurt. And so rather than to hold tight to that hurt feeling, I forgive that person, even though that person doesn't really need to be forgiven, because that person didn't intentionally hurt my feelings. But if I take and within myself forgive that person, it heals. It heals me. And so that might not make any sense at all to y'all, but I opened my mouth and it fell right out, and that's what happens to me. Sometimes just thoughts come into my head, and then I just, and they just spill out. And so, yep, this is, what was that? Oh, there it is. See, that one looks pretty much like the one that I just did before, too. This is the one I just did. See, so this is the one I put the circles. I put the orbs in that first row. This one does not have them. And so I kind of think I like it with putting those little orbs there in that first space. Okay, so y'all make me some puffles. Make me some puffles. Put them on the Scrappin' Unicorn page so I can see what they look like, and give me some more ideas of what you can do with this to make it spin out a little further. Okay? And did I do that one? Oh no, that's one I did yesterday. Oh, then this is one I was playing with. I'm going to do that one pretty soon. Okay. Yes, so I'm going to go play some more because I like to play. And I ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make. And I will see your smiling faces. on the next video. God bless. Now, I use my mouse pad here so I can go like this and go on the stop thing.